Okay guys, so I made the video for changing the shaft bearing and seals, and I made that yesterday, Saturday, and I was going to pause it and do the passenger side setup, and then unpause it and show you guys how to put the pin back in and the bolt, and to clean it and seal it and put the cover back on. But I ran into a big problem. Okay, now there's the new bearing, and this shaft is a little different size. Now I do have the 1500 heavy duty, which has a 2500 spring packs and the 14 bolt rear end, which is the 9.5 rear end, but the other bearing went right together on the other side, but that one won't. And to give you guys a better idea, that's not the same thing that I pulled out. Okay, that's a small bearing, no seal. The seal's right here. There's the seal that's supposed to go on. But take a look at that. This is what came out of there. So we have a totally different thing on this side for some reason. And this is seal here on this side. There was a seal on this side, but it's like a packed bearing all in itself with smaller roller bearings in there. And of course, while I pulled it out, it's all ruined, so I can't put it back in. And I've never seen a truck with two different size axles in it. And on top you see the splines, they line right up and go in. So I have no idea what kind of rear end this is. But I ran over to Advance this morning, and they didn't have a bearing in stock, but they said it'll be in either tomorrow afternoon or Tuesday. But I want to show you something else that I found after pulling everything out. I found a roller bearing like what I was trying to put in here, but all these metal pieces. So I think somebody tried to do the same thing I was doing, and they just left that in the axle. And I'm really surprised it didn't get down into the pinion gears and the ring gear and just blow the rear end all apart. So I spent probably 10-15 minutes with a magnet fishing that out. So all I've been doing, all I did last night was I just put the cover back on the diff. There's a few bolts that are snugged up to keep moisture out. That's it. And I'm going to slide this axle back in here with nothing and just put the brake drum on to kind of keep the moisture out. So the truck is down for at least a couple of days. So this has not been a fun adventure for what should have been a really easy job. And that's very confusing. I've never seen a rear axle have one size shaft on one side and another side on another size on the opposite side. So if y'all have run into that kind of problem, you know, let me know, because this is a first for me, and I've been doing this a long time. I've been working on cars since I was 16 years old, and after 30 years I still run across things that I haven't seen, but this is a new one for me. So if y'all watch this and have ever experienced anything like this, you know, watch the other video, because that other side went right back together perfect. Everything was perfect. It's all happy, everything going great. And then I ran into this side. So I've never seen that, never ever seen that in my life. So I'm putting this out the day after I release the axle video, or the shaft video doing the bearing. It's sort of an update, recap, and it's a problem that I've never run across on any other car or truck I've ever done, at work or otherwise. So I'd be interested in some input. Other than that, I'll get part 2 out, how to put the pinion pin and the little bolt and seal it and fill it up as soon as I get the bearing in and get it back together, because obviously I'm not going to reseal it and then break the seal again on that differential, you know, until the job's done. So until then, let me know if you have any ideas or any thoughts on this kind of issue, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.